and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. Give me a minute. It's so interesting. I just pulled your cards and I smiled because you got the Seven of Discs in reverse. I always start on my cards the right way around. That's how I was taught. The cards come up the way they come up, okay? But the Seven of, you know what my picture is, Aries? You've waited long enough and I've had enough of waiting, okay? That might only be a message for some people, but it's just now I've done this waiting and I'm not doing it anymore. Ooh, quite powerful. And then the Justice card shows up. Now, in this deck, it's got a different meaning. This is my favourite Justice card. It means what you're waiting for is manifesting. And I'm wondering if that's that Seven of Discs is showing up in reverse. I'm getting an energy of just no more. Thank you. I have waited long enough and I want some action now, and I'm really hoping that Justice card is saying absolutely it's happening now, end of, or I'm off. Okay, I'm hitting the highway. So just give me a minute to tune into your cards. Crowning card, Knight of Pentacles. Okay, I'm getting a little bit annoyed here. The Knight of Pentacles is such slow moving. And I think maybe some Aries have had to wait too long for change. Because that Knight, so I'm rolling my eyes thinking about the slowness that his energy can be. And I think that's why that Seven of Discs is coming up in reverse. And the bottom of the card is the Seven of Cups, brain fog, confusion. You're not the only card to pull this. Mercury's going into retrograde, okay? Just like, oh no, okay? I'm not a negative about Mercury retrograde. It's just a different quality of energy. But I think you've had about enough of waiting, Aries, here. You want this, what you've waited on so long, to be in your hand. And that's the end of it, okay? Oh, listen, before I start, I'm doing my December and January. I do my 2018 readings. I'm developing them a bit differently this year because I'm really spending a lot of time looking on what's going on spiritually for everyone. Saturn's going into Capricorn. Everyone knows it's the rising of the oppressed. Okay, it's about no more. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. It's going to be a 2-year cycle of facing your devil, burning through it and rising up an empowered individual, and that I'm hoping that's going to happen collectively so we can start to create a greater humanity. Okay, sorry guys, you just email me. My email's in the about section and I'll try and respond to you about how I'm going to do it. They're looking quite exciting now. So to your reading. What a way to start the week, Aries. Look, the Sun with the 10 of Cups. All the 10s are a happy conclusion of a cycle, okay? It's a happy family card. That means, you know, what that means is whatever that means to you, Aries. It's happiness in your heart that extends outwards to others. And boy, is it extending outwards to others, because you got it with the Sun card. You're my 6th reading, and I think these have to be the 2 most they're just beautiful, okay? One on its own is beautiful, but together you're just really radiant here, Aries, and you're basking in it and you're sharing it with those around you, okay? Love it, love it. There might be some successful conclusion to something here. We then go into quite a strange energy here, Aries. I'm not going to, you know... And it's interesting how you start with a 10 and you end with a 10, which are 2 conclusions. But you get to this 8 of Cups. Now, just about everyone's pulled the 8 of Cups. I don't know if it's the energy of December. It's meant to be that sort of energy. It's an energy of introspection as we move towards birthing ourselves again and our new potential. So the Eight of Cups is someone who basically wants more from their lives, basically, and all. But it's that sort of, there's got to be more to all than this, Aries, okay? So I've got you quite deep, I've got you quite connected and searching a bit. Now what's interesting is you've got two reverse cards. The King of Swords, one of the air signs, male or female, okay? Or you're lacking clarity about what's coming next, okay? Because the King of Swords is the master of his mind. He be the meditation teacher, okay? Or he can be a cruel, cold brute, depending on how where you're at in your life and what's going on, okay? He came up in reverse, so some Aries might be making a decision to walk away from this person. Maybe some Aries have waited too long because it's a Seven of Discs right next to it. Maybe you're waiting to hear news regarding a legal matter. Maybe you're waiting on something to happen, and these two together makes you feel that you've waited long enough. Okay, that's what I'm picking up, because you then get the Magician card. So the Magician card is about bringing in power. And it's power to make focused, directed changes. And that's a strange energy I'm getting for you, Aries. I'm getting this sense of you've waited long enough for something. This might only be for some people, by the way. It could be something to do with this King of Swords. I'm not sure. Or waiting for news around a practical matter. I'm not quite sure how it's all going to play out. You end with the King of Cups and the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands, again, endings, completions, and this is a completion of a very tiring period of your life, okay? It's like the end's in sight, and I think what's going to bring that end in sight, Aries, is almost you being empowered, the Magician, and maybe having to put boundaries down, enough's enough. So, you know, using that emotional strength, because you know what, waiting is part of life, all of that, but there also comes a point where it's a sort of, I've just waited long enough. I really, really need the action to happen. And this Ten of Wands is saying it's sort of, you're there. You're tired, you're exhausted, but the end's in sight. And it's with the King of Cups, so this might be an emotional issue. Or it could be a financial issue, okay? It might be both for some people, because I've got both cards appearing. Quite often, emotions and our finances are very interlinked. There's not any little separate compartments. The King of Cups can be someone you're involved with. What I like is he's expressing himself a little bit more. Oh, this is you, Aries. And there's that sense of, as you claim your power, to put boundaries down, to say enough's enough, we start to transform on the inside. And the King of Cups is someone who's got their throne. They're no longer being controlled by other people. Okay, so maybe for some Aries, that's what's been happening. You've been having to wait and you're just fed up. You've sort of reached a point of actually no more. The power is within me, taking your power back, claiming it and owning it. And then that's how we start to turn into the kings and the queens, because we earn them. Quite a fascinating reading, Aries. I feel quite dizzy, actually, to tell you the truth, because as a sense of some Aries are having to say no, okay? No more to waiting, no more to whatever's going on, and having to put really strong boundaries down around it. The Justice card tends to speak of good news coming your way, and the Sun would say the same. but it's a bit of a mixed good news. But it's powerful. I love where you're ending up. Another completion. But I'm definitely getting Aries saying, enough's enough, I've had it. And brilliant. I absolutely believe in personal empowerment, Aries, and go for it. Okay, guys, so if you're interested in 2018 reading, if you just email me and we'll go from there. Lots of love. Bye.